John Keifner prepares for the new planting season. A third-generation farmer in Manhattan, Illinois, Keifner mainly grows soybeans and corn on his 240-hectare farm. But the last few years have been a challenge.
Farmers tend to be very optimistic, but we had multiple years in a row where we just saw income creeping lower and lower and lower. And then came the trade war and some pretty stark predictions.
But 2020 saw a rebound. Despite pressures from the COVID-19 pandemic, agricultural commodity prices are surging. And one of the key reasons, record volumes of exports to China. Last year, China purchased more than 55 million tons of US agricultural products, making up around a quarter of all farm shipments. It follows last year's Phase 1 trade agreement between China and the US that includes a pledge from China to purchase roughly $80 billion in agricultural products over 2 years.
Their buying has been very meaningful and very significant on multiple fronts, be it corn, soybeans, pork, even ethanol. It's real, and it does make a big difference to the American farmer to have that demand sitting out there wanting our product.
Although trade was severely disrupted due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, China was once again the top US trading partner in 2020. Although the outlook for US farmers is more positive, few would be getting carried away just yet. Commodity prices might be high now, but many would likely have sold last year's crop before this year's price surge. Keifner was among those to sell at harvest time.
I was one of those farmers that just started selling very aggressively. And one of the reasons the price is still very strong is many farmers have sold. Literally every time I sold, and I sold in some increments, a couple weeks later it got better. So I just sold more, and then it finally ran out of grain to sell.
As China and the US hold talks in Alaska, the focus for agriculture is on the long-term trade relationship and whether the two countries can continue to find ways to do business.
Permanence in that relationship would be great. A sense of where are we going to be with China in 5 or 10 years? Can we continue to count on them as a really good market and make investments according to that? And can they count on us as being a reasonable, fair, trading partner? I think those are questions both sides would like to have answered.
For now, though, for farmers across the country, the more immediate goal is a perennial one for farmers everywhere, growing a crop to sell and hope the market stays buoyant come harvest time. Dan Williams, CGTN, Manhattan, Illinois.